Hi there, it's me, your favorite manager again, bringing you another way overdue episode. Today, we're talking to the Rainbow Six Siege leadership to go over the successes and the hardships of running the division. We had some technical difficulties along the way, all of which were my fault because I'm bad at my job. I also want to say that the podcast team is currently looking for editors. Hit me up if you're good at the video thing. Anyways, let's get started. I'll see you guys again soon. Hello everyone, my name is Gordo. I'm with the Fear and Terror podcast today. Today we're going over the Rainbow Six Siege division. Today I'm joined with African Water, the director of the Rainbow Six Siege division.
What's up?
And Van, who's also part of the Rainbow Six Siege division and also our marketing team.
What's going on?
How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
I've been doing alright, been working, doing shit, trying to get shit done.
Oh yeah.
I woke up like 20 minutes ago, so yeah, I'm good.
Great. That's great to hear, Van. Good, healthy as ever. So African, it's been a while since you've been around, really. Where have you been?
Well, about 6 months ago, I started my journey with the United States Air Force. I left for basic training and then lasted about 2.5 months. And then after basic, I got to tech school. I did not get my computer sent to me until about a week ago, until I graduated, because honestly, I didn't want to have that much stuff to have to take with me whenever I go to my first duty station. But I decided that I really missed being able to play games with everybody, being able to talk with everybody. So I went ahead and got my computer sent to me. But that's where I've been.
So are you still on base?
Yeah, I'm still on base right now. I already graduated. I'm currently waiting on my orders so that I could go to my first duty station.
So there's a possibility that the United States Air Force is listening to us right now?
I mean, they could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we have a fourth special guest. Got it. Van, what have you been up to? I know you've been doing a lot around my division, also his division. What's going on?
Man, so with Siege, yeah, dude, main focal point of me when I took over recruiting for the division was to get numbers up. We've been actually pretty successful with that as well. Marketing, dude, we've been doing a lot of stuff with marketing. I won't speak too much about it though, due to the wishes of J-Dub, but
Yeah.
real active in the marketing side.
You can see some of the stuff that he's working on when you see J-Dub stream. It's some pretty cool stuff that you've made, honestly. Oh, and also you've worked with him on as well.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens. There's a lot going on, is what I've heard, especially for Christmas season that's coming up.
Oh yeah. Look forward to it.
And also, I just want to say, the marketing that you've been doing for the Rainbow Six Siege division, getting their recruits up, it's been massively successful than what it was. I'm gonna say I've seen a lot more activity than the last month than I've seen in the last 4 months. It's crazy.
I definitely agree with you, man. From when I took over, I think 2 months ago to where we are right now, significant improvement for sure. We are definitely not where we want to be. We always have more room for improvement, and we're going to keep pushing. But yeah, dude, we got an active division at this point, and that's something I'm really proud to say.
That's awesome, man. I've never really played Rainbow Six like on a kind of like a clan level, I should say. I used to play it with friends and stuff. And I was just dog shit at it, honestly. I never understood the game, but I never really played with like people inside a clan. Like, what are the people like that played around here? Are they like competitive, or are they kind of like tactical like the EFT guys?
I mean, it just depends, honestly. I mean, it's what the good thing about Siege is. I mean, you could just casually play it, or you could play it competitively. Some people like to just play ranked. Some people like to play unranked, and some people just like to fool around and play casual. But really, I mean, here for the division itself, I mean, it's honestly up to whatever they want to play. I mean, I see a lot of people playing ranked. Honestly, I see a lot of people playing every single thing. So
I remember playing ranked games. I used to play CS:GO a lot during the summer, and all I did was ranked. Well, also because like if you do good at a game and you did casual, it's like, well, I did that shit for nothing, you know. But if you do good in rank, it goes to your MMR and shit like that.
yeah.
So what are you guys' plans for your division, like going forward as of right now?
For right now, obviously as you mentioned earlier, just speaking of recruiting, we've definitely improved. We've definitely gotten a hell of a lot more active than we were. We're really having some good activity. But really, the main focus right now is to continue to grow. Just got a new events team manager, and actually, an event has been announced in the newsroom.
Yeah, the sledge event that's going on. Let me
Mhm.
see. Let me pull up that date real quick. That date is probably gonna be past when this episode comes out released. Sorry, y'all, but it's gonna be on the 31st, Halloween. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I didn't
But
participate, but I'll be busy getting blackout drunk on Halloween. Sorry.
I feel you on that one, man. But yeah, I mean, right now the plans are just to grow. Honestly, like we're doing good. We definitely do better, and the plan is just to grow. And the sky is honestly the limit. I think Siege can definitely be one of the top played games in Fear and Terror. It could get up there with Squad. It's going to take time to continue to grow, but
The
I know we
biggest
got
thing
this.
about Siege, though, as well, is that like it's a big console game, not as big as PC sometimes, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, I see. I think a lot of, I mean, I don't really watch competitive stuff, but from what I've seen, I think some of them use controllers, some of them don't. Um, I think Siege is a lot better on PC. I used to play it on console. It's a lot more fun on PC, but
You
I
just
think
get better control.
yeah. Another thing
Yeah.
with Siege though, I think it just depends on the updates and which current season it's on. Because I know a few seasons ago, the game was just in a bad state.
Yeah.
There was a couple of seasons that like are considered the worst, but like
Hmm.
right now it's better than what it was, but it's still like down there, isn't it? Or is it better than what it was? I haven't been keeping up with it at all.
It's better.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah,
I
dude.
also heard that the game's not really focused on like gameplay itself, but like the gadgets that you use in the game. Is that like
It's
Uh,
is that just like a preference for like some people just like choose a better what do you call them? Operators just
yeah,
for the
operators.
gadget?
yeah.
I mean, each operator has their distinct advantages in play style and strats. I wouldn't say the game's more heavily oriented on uh, those certain mechanics. I mean, really, it just depends on who's playing. I mean, you could get an ace without using any operator gadgets if you wanted to, but I mean, it just depends.
Right? Um Now I got a question for you, African. When you went to basic because of recent events, did you have to get tested and isolated or
Yes, I had to get tested.
I'm curious
ooh.
about that too, dude, because I went to basic not during COVID times, and you did. So, dude, I would love if you would speak about that. Like, how was that experience?
Dude, it sucked, man. I had to get a cotton swab stuck up my nose.
Ah,
I had to get tested 3 times. I
Oh,
actually had COVID.
fantastic.
It sucked.
really?
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't just to get like booted out the moment they're like, "Hey, you got COVID."
No, I had gotten it after my whole so I graduated basic and my whole flight had gotten it. Um but nobody tested positive until they got to tech school, and then they just quarantined everybody. But I was fine. I didn't really have any symptoms or anything like that. So they
Well,
just
shit.
quarantined me. They quarantined me
good
for
for
2
you.
weeks, and that was about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
well, it's no
Happy you're
surprise they didn't kick you out because they already invested money into you, and you know how the military works. They're not gonna
Yeah.
get rid of you after they invested money into you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, what are you planning on doing in the military, or can you not talk about that?
I mean, no, I could talk about it.
Okay.
Current job is security forces. Basically military police.
Okay.
But we either run security or we run security for assets or we do law enforcement on base. I mean, there's a lot of other things that you could do with security forces, a lot of other cool stuff. But I got a 6-year contract right now. So
Okay.
He's an MP. He's one of them.
man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with security forces or not. I don't know if I'm gonna reenlist or not. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of options that are open for me, a lot of things that I might want to do, but
hmm
we'll just have to see as time goes.
What made you go with that? I mean, that's an interesting choice. I always ask people who become MPs, like, what made you want to be an MP?
Uh, honestly, I was just really, I do would like one of the things I'd like to do. Uh, I was talking about possible career paths and going into the FBI
Okay.
after I get out, whenever I do. But I chose security forces just because I've always been interested in law enforcement, and I knew that there was a lot of cool things that you could do with security forces. So it just appealed to me, and it's something that I wanted to do. So that's why I chose it.
That's what's up. I think it's really interesting that you get a first duty station in Japan. I actually tried to get Japan when I was in the army, and they wouldn't give it to me. And first duty station for you was Japan. I'm jealous. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
I
ready.
wonder what's in Japan that you gotta protect for security forces.
The soldiers mainly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would assume.
I don't know, man. I'll have to find out when I get there.
Yeah. Isn't the security forces for the United States Air Force also responsible for protecting the nukes? The nuclear
Yes.
silos, I should say. Yeah. I saw a whole like
Yep.
documentary about it. It's like if a sensor goes out, they're immediately like out there.
hmm Yeah,
That's
it just
crazy shit.
depends on what base you go to, whether you. I mean, it honestly depends on what base you go to. Whatever base you go to, you'd either be working with those or you'll be running some different type of thing.
It
The
just
funny thing,
depends.
the funny thing I
hmm
just thought of, I was thinking of the guys in the Air Force and security forces when they were doing that whole what was it called? Area 51 storm, like
Oh
last
my
year.
gosh. Storm
Oh
Area
man.
51.
And everyone was trying to say, if you guys go storm the base, you will get shot at. And everyone, all the civilians like, no, 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 we won't. They won't shoot at American citizens. And the
No,
was like, yeah, we will.
you're risking state assets, state security, I should say. Yeah, it will shoot you. That's a no
um,
joke kind of thing to fuck around with. I wonder how stressed they were, the
dude,
security forces there.
Ah, I don't think they were worried about it.
I don't know, man, because I was still in the army when it was going down, and like our NCOs and our sections, they like pulled everybody together, and it was like they were like denying all the soldiers who were trying to take leave to the area at the time. All that shit got denied. They was just
Why?
like, no, you guys are not going anywhere.
Why? Just for security reasons, or like they wanted the manpower just in case?
No, so I was like in Kansas, like so people were like taking the joke a little bit too seriously. And so like
Oh,
I feel like even some soldiers were trying to go out there and like the shit show that would have caused. So they're like,
yeah.
no, no, you guys aren't going anywhere.
Now they're on a list. Oh God. You know, isn't it a Air Force base? Yeah, Area 51.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
How hard is it to get deployed there?
It's,
I would not know.
yeah, I have no clue.
Would you even try to get deployed there, or no?
I mean, I don't even know how you would go about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at random, just like anything else. I mean,
hmm
if I had to guess, it would be at random. You wouldn't even. Yeah, I don't know.
Shit. I thought it would be like some sort of special process, but you never know. Like no one knows if it's like actually uh what secret shit goes on there because no one fucking knows.
I
No one
mean,
knows what's going
someone
on.
knows, just not the general
Someone knows,
population.
but we don't.
Yeah. I know.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure you would have to like pass like you would of course need like a top secret clearance level or something like that. Yeah, you have to
Oh
pass
yeah,
the background
definitely.
check and all that stuff.
Deacon, one of our former members, actually had a clearance level, almost top secret. I forget what kind of clearance level he had, but he was like, "Yeah, I could
So
have, but I didn't."
does he have the one right below it?
Yeah, I think that's what he says. Like, "Yeah, I could have went for it, but I just didn't want to." I was like, "All right, you're
All right,
lame as
that's the
shit."
one. That's the one I have. It's secret.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, secret. Yeah,
Yeah.
is that what you also have, African water?
Yes.
All right, we won't talk more about that shit because I'm pretty sure the person who may be listening to us is probably like, "Don't say shit, huh?
No,
Say shit, you're gonna get clapped."
definitely got to remember that OPSEC.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, OPSEC.
Well,
How you doing?
well, I guess African does, not really me.
Yeah. Let's not go down that line anymore. Let's keep everyone safe. So 6 years, holy shit!
What's
And
your
you're leading
bonus?
the division right now while at school.
Yeah.
How's that going? Like, is it hard?
Well, actually, I graduated, but I
Yeah.
can speak on how difficult it was. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of information to take in at once.
Okay.
A lot of stuff is thrown at you, and you have to gotta be able to process that information and demonstrate that you know how to do it. There's written tests, but a lot of the stuff you do is you're out in the field and you got to demonstrate how to do what you learned properly. I mean, as long as you pay attention, I mean, it's not super difficult. I mean, there's definitely days where, it's physically tough, but overall, I mean, it wasn't that bad of an experience.
There was a stigma, I think, from I heard from other branches about American Air Force boot camp that it was a lot easier. Would you say have you done any research on the other branches basics or no?
I mean, yeah, I've looked at what their basics look like, and I mean, honestly, it just depends. It depends on the person. It
I agree with that.
it,
Okay.
it depends. It depends on the person because,
You can't be
you know,
soft.
yeah. I mean, either way, it's not. People could say chair force all day, but I mean, you're still going to boot camp. You're still gonna get fucking yelled at and shit. So I mean, it's it's pretty much the same thing, except people they just do things differently. They
Okay.
might have better, like for the Marines, for example, probably have more intense physical training they have to do. Well, I know we learned a lot of book stuff, a lot of Air Force history stuff. I mean, it just depends on the person, and honestly, like it's all the military. I wouldn't say it's hard or not because anybody can get through it. Anybody can get through anything if they put their mind to it.
Did you guys have a
So
shark attack? I'm sorry for cutting you off, Gordo.
a shark
Uh,
attack? What?
It's like once you first arrive to basic, you have like a basically just a bunch of drill sergeants in your face, like
Oh, I've
24/7.
seen videos of these. Yeah, that shit must be terrifying.
And it was all right as from my
mm,
experiences.
I don't think we didn't really have that per se, but I mean, there were definitely a bunch of MTIs everywhere, like a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Apparently, yeah. I mean, like when I went to basic, we had a shark attack. It was bad for some people. I felt bad for other people. Because I didn't really have anyone in my face. I don't know why.
I mean,
Like,
obviously, I mean for me, COVID. So, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think the army just actually took out the shark attack. I think the command sergeant major
yeah,
of the army just took away the shark attack.
yeah, I heard about that.
Really?
I'll
Yeah.
say one thing about basic. Anybody going through it. I mean, as of right now, I think definitely it's more of a mental thing because I mean I know for me just because of COVID, you're indoors a lot staring at a wall. They don't. You can't. There's a lot of the stuff that they used to do that they can't. right now, just because of everything that's going on. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say for all branches, it's more of a mentally getting through it with how things are right now.
Makes sense. It's just like challenge you mentally, make sure you're mentally ready for whatever comes at you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Did anyone
exercise.
drop out of your class?
We didn't have anybody get washed back, but we had one guy that there's something, I forgot what was his deal. I think it was medical or something, and they pulled him out of training. But I think he was
Huh.
able to get a waiver and come back in.
Oh, okay. What about you, Van? Did anyone get washed out?
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
Oh shit.
I'll say there are a lot of people that should have gotten washed out, but just because of how things are, I mean, they didn't.
Is there a lack of recruits going on, or?
Not to my
Well,
knowledge.
when COVID first started, they kind of had to slow down the amount of people that they brought into basic.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they started, because when I went through, they're like, "Oh, yeah, we're getting our numbers back up, and this and that." So I think
Okay.
they weren't really trying to send anybody back. They're trying to graduate them.
They were trying to fuck around and find out with COVID.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't want to fuck around with COVID. Some people goes through them just fine, like African. And other people just fuck some.
Oh man.
All right, let's get back to Rainbow Six. Enough about
Yeah,
basic
kind
and
of went
army.
on off a tangent there.
Hey, tangents are fine here. We sometimes talk about Casey's Pizza. Fuck you, Aloe. Anyways,
So Casey's is the shit. Now
shut the fuck
I'll
up.
end
We're
it
not
there.
talking about this.
I'll end it there.
We're not talking about this. We're done. This is
Oh, man.
supposed to end like 6 episodes ago. Here we are now talking about Casey's. Fuck. So now that you're back, and you got your PC back,
Hmm.
would you say, are you happy with what's going on inside FaT now that you get to see it for yourself? I should say. Well, were you able to see what was going on inside FaT during basic at all, or no?
Well, not during basic, but during tech school, I had my
Okay.
phone. And I was able to look on Discord on my phone and
Okay.
see what all was going on. But yeah, I could say I'm definitely happy with what is happening with that. I'm very glad to see it continue to grow and thrive. I joined about a year ago. Joined FaT about a year ago, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely happy with. I'm happy and I'm excited to see how FaT continues to grow.
Recruit to director in 1 year. Is that a record or some shit?
I have no idea. I came in as a recruit, and then when Mordhau used to be a main game, I don't know if anybody remembers that.
I do.
Yeah.
I originally helped out them
Okay.
with the comp staff, I believe. I was became moderator also because became part of the ambassador team. But really, when I joined Vanterra and I learned of all the different volunteer positions that you could do to help out.
Mhm.
Really, I just wanted to jump in, help out as much as possible, and then whenever Siege came around, became a main game. Became part of the staff from that, and I just honestly worked my way up.
I forget who the original director of Siege was.
I think it was
Was it Jay?
Jay. Then it went to Mako, and then me.
Jay's no longer part of FaT, sadly, but he did do a lot for Fear and Terror.
Yeah,
I
he
will
did a
say
lot
that.
for squad comp.
Yeah, some people shit on his name, but he did help us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he plays for Blue 4 now, and that Blue 4 has a poaching problem. Cough, cough. Fuck you, Jack. Cough, cough. But I respect Jay for what he's done. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I respect anybody that, really is willing to help out because this is you don't get paid for this. You're
No.
volunteering. You're volunteering your time to help this community grow, and that's why I love Fear and Terror, because it's just a group of some great, amazing people who are willing to help you out and love to have fun playing games. Best community I've ever been a part of.
And you guys as the directors get it harder than us the managers. It seems like a lot harder. You
I
guys
mean,
have a lot of shit to do.
being a director, it's it's definitely, you definitely got to do a lot of things. Make sure that your teams are running the way they should, and constantly not getting complacent, constantly coming up with new ideas, new things, new ways in which you could run things, and just being there to help anybody out. But I can honestly say being a director it's awesome. I love to help people out, and I'd like to be a director as long as I can, because I mean I love helping Fear and Terror grow in any way I can. I love helping people whenever it comes to really anything. So great.
Well, thank you for doing what you do, I guess. I don't know. I never really like. I don't know how to describe it. So it's like, I thank people for things that I could do. It's just like, yeah, that
Mhm.
shit's hard. I get it, but like being a director, I don't fucking understand it. I don't know what goes on because I don't see that shit. I'm a fucking marketing manager. I don't see it the whole picture. I only see marketing. I yell at J Dub every now and then, like, "Hey J Dub, you fucking suck." He's like, "No, you suck more." I'm like, "All right, cool. We're still on good terms." It's just shit like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, but hey,
Oh.
you're also doing some great stuff. You're producing some next level podcasts, I'm sure. Yeah, matter of fact, I know. Gonna have the podcast on like Spotify or some shit someday, man.
We're working towards it. We pulled out SoundCloud because no one fucking listens to SoundCloud. Apparently, it's weird. SoundCloud's dying. It's kind of
Yeah.
sad to watch it die, but just
I've never really used it.
let SoundCloud die, guys. Just let it die. Go to Spotify. I mean, I think we're gonna go to switch to Spotify here soon once we get other shit settled. But there's a lot being planned. For example, the Discord that we're in right now is gonna get yeeted here in a little bit.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Where's it
We're
going?
just it's going to the marketing Discord. We're just trying to keep everything in one place. Nothing's gonna change for the guests, but for staff, it's gonna be a bitch and a half.
Especially since J-Dub doesn't know how to do rules in Discord. Good luck.
Yep, I'm gonna have to hold not to bash on J-Dub, but I'm gonna have to hold his hand a little bit.
Definitely the bass on J-Dub.
Oh God, you're an asshole. You work right next to J-Dub. I'm surprised you got balls to do that. Fucking purple that could ban us any second.
Dude, I give J-Dub shit any chance I can.
Should give him shit about streaming. Stream more. So one thing I've noticed a lot with the Rainbow Six Division is staff.
Mhm.
Is it a bitch for staff retention for you guys?
I mean, honestly, at this point, yeah, it's a lot of the times people will come and they'll volunteer their time, but they won't keep it up. They just kind of fall off, or they drop off, and they just don't do what they're supposed to. They kind of get over their heads. They think that it's not going to be as much work as. I mean, they just don't think they're going to have to put in that much time, and then they don't put in the time, and then either that or they just will do some toxic stuff that I have to deal with.
Sorry about that, everyone. We are back. We had a little technical issue of me forgetting to press fucking record on OBS and looking at the overlay, and also we got Galakaboot on. Everyone say hi, Galakaboot, I guess.
Hi.
Hi.
Before I realized I fucked up majorly for 30 minutes, we were talking about complacency with staff teams and how I'm also becoming complacent and fucking up. Anyways, Galakaboot, just a little quick introduction. What do you do for the Rainbow Six Division?
So I'm African's second in charge. I'm not attached to any particular team in Siege, but I float around, try to help everybody I can, try to help keep activity up, try to be a source of information for everyone, and
Okay.
Yeah, when African's not there, I try to assume his duties, as it were.
Okay, so you were pretty much um the man in charge while African was gone.
Yeah.
All right. Would you say that it was difficult?
Yeah, it definitely sucks, and all the recent patches, or as I like to call them, major nerfs that happened in Siege, definitely didn't help with keeping activity up because people just didn't want to play.
Is it that bad for Siege? Or was it,
It's
I should say?
it's a lot better now because I mean you got things like the reinforcement pool and all that, but I mean there was one patch where they made Jaeger a 2 armor. They gave Ying 4 Candelas. It was chaos for a little bit.
Fucking unbalanced as shit.
Yeah, they called that little 2 or 3 week period Ying's Reign of Terror.
Ying's Raid of Terror. Jesus Christ. That sounds fucking threatening.
Yeah, just
Um, we were also talking about staff retention collect, but would you say that was like a bitch and a half during that period of time?
oh yeah, because before African had left, he had done his purge, and then when I came into the fold as director, I did a purge as well because I'm just like, I got to figure out who wants in, who doesn't, and I think 90% of the people that remained on staff teams didn't want to be a part of it anymore. They were just busy with other things, which is understandable. But yeah, I think it was me, Deer, and like 2 other people for a while. So I was like, shit. So I was just trying to get people to play and managed to pull it off, thankfully.
Yeah, you guys have been doing fucking phenomenal lately. It's kind of fucking amazing. I don't really know what goes on with in the upper heads, but Jada was like, "Yeah, Rainbow Six needs to pick up, or else it's uh gonna stay that same place that Postscript once saw." But you guys fucking saved it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a little rough with Siege because I take Squad for example. I mean, you got what are the max team sizes on Squad anyways? I'm not that.
50.
50-50.
50
Yeah.
50. It's
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 crazy.
a big game.
Yeah, so and with Siege, the maximum team size is 5. So it's like you got 5 people and boom, you've already got a full stack. So it's and people drop off, come on, lose interest, all that good stuff. And so it
Mhm.
can be difficult at times to keep steady people coming back because there's also a lot of things wrong with Siege, like sound propagation that just irritates a lot of people.
That sounds like the same problem that EFT was having for a while. It's just like you hear sounds, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's above me," and then it turns out it's actually right behind you.
Oh yeah, like popping a hatch and they're above you, but it sounds
Ooh.
like they're right next to you. So you look and then they drop and they shoot you in the back. I've had that happen.
Oh, that would piss me off. Like majorly piss me off.
Yeah. They're trying to fix it, but yeah, it's definitely a work in progress right there.
Well, at least they're fixing it, unlike some other games that just said, "Yep, we're gonna release it and never release a hot patch ever again it, so the next game comes out so we can put an advertisement in it." Looking at you, Assassin's Creed.
Oh man.
Dude, that shit pissed me off. Oh, I got an update for this game? No, it's just an advertisement.
Speaking of updates, I think Anthem just for doing something I need to go look at.
I remember when Unity came out and I played it at launch. That was bad.
I thought
So,
Unity was fun.
Fun
isn't it
game,
a
but
lot better?
some of the bugs though, like player models just not appearing in cutscenes.
Oh my god. I'm talking, but I don't see myself. Is this first person? Taking some weird ass angles here.
Oh, it showed you the eyeballs and the mouth, and the hair, but
Jesus Christ.
Shit was funny.
Jesus. All right. So you guys are also kind of like in one of those competitive games. Are you guys getting a comp team together?
Comp team is definitely something that is planned for the future.
Okay. I know
I'll say,
Deer was the one in charge of it for a little while, wasn't he?
yeah, before Deer was the one who was in charge of it. We're gonna try to do things better this time. Last time when we did it, we had issues with certain teams thinking they were better than other people because they were on certain teams, and people saying they were interested but not really interested, and all that good stuff. But I would say comp teams are definitely something that is going to come in the future.
Okay.
It's on the list of things to do.
Well, that's rad.
Sure, because I want
It'll
to be
be
on.
pretty cool to see like a second comp team for Fear and Terror.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like right now, like I said before, it just focused on growing as a division, and then once we grow as a division, then we will be able to effectively have a comp team.
Okay. Just gotta get those numbers up.
Mhm.
Get that recruitment going. How does recruitment go for Rainbow Six Siege? Because it's not
Oh,
like public
man.
service you can hop into to just like grab people.
Oh man. All right, so I can definitely talk about this. So yeah, I don't know if you didn't know, but I started off in theater recruiting for squad. Yeah. I was just a staff team member there in squad, and I was doing a fantastic job in squad. I was like, this is it. This is amazing. I'm really good at recruiting. I mean, before then though, I've been recruiting like for video games for like the past like 7 years. So
Wow.
I was pretty like well versed in what I was doing and trying to get gamers inside communities. I knew what I was doing. Um, I didn't really have much knowledge about Siege when I took over the recruiting team. Um, but I quickly found out that Rainbow Six Siege does not make it easy to recruit for its game whatsoever. Um, a lot of its communities does not allow open recruitment. Like I can't post my Fear and Terrorist community's recruitment message in their Discord or anything like that because we'll get kicked out. Stuff like
Oh,
that. Yeah, and it was just like yeah. So a lot of it is just in-game recruiting. We've been extremely successful on Reddit. There's like 1 or 2 Reddit threads though that actually allow open recruitment. But yeah, a lot of it is Reddit and in-game, and just have to be extremely consistent with it because you're gonna get a lot of no's. Out of like 20 no's, you'll probably get 2 yeses. So I mean, yeah, consistency and
10% is still pretty good.
yeah, consistency and hitting the right platforms at the right time is how we've been successful.
You just gotta hit that shit right as update hits and people are joining in again. You're like, man, I want to play with other people. And you just get them. You're like right there. You're like, bam, join Fear and Terror.
Yeah,
Yep.
they've been doing a phenomenal job.
Proud of you guys. That's awesome.
How do you, Van?
Good shit, man. I'm part of fucking squad recruiting right now, and I'm probably about to get kicked out because I can't get a fucking recruit for my life because I keep forgetting to recruit.
If you go to the squad community Discord, it's extremely easy. Like they're
Well,
always in there
that's
trying to.
not my part though.
Oh,
That's someone else's. Someone else is in charge of that now.
dude, I'll tell you the same thing I tell my staff team: get it how you can.
Yeah,
Whatever you
get
gotta
it
do
how
to
you
hit your
can.
quota, whatever you gotta do to hit your quota, man, go fucking do it.
I'm gonna start just running squads on our servers and recruiting from there. Just running puppy squads. I think that's the way to do it now. Just like, hey, I'm good, yeah. And you're like, no. It's like, well, you could get better than me if you join Fear and Terror.
Nice. It's a good angle.
Yeah, it's a really good angle. Just gotta come up with those answers, you know. Um, let's see. What do you guys have like? Ah, fuck. I'm fucking stupid as shit. So, Siege as a game, we've gone over the fucking what's going on with the updates, how it's annoying and shit like that. Would you say that it's going in a good direction?
I would say it is now, especially with
Mm-hmm.
the most recent update. I mean, they brought in Sam Fisher, a little bit of fan service there, but they started giving a tag. They started giving they started giving one team something that the other team had. Like for example, defenders had a camera that could shoot. Well, guess what? Now attackers have a camera that could shoot, and on top of that, you can shoot through a fucking reinforced wall, and you can look at either side.
Oh shit.
So you got shit like that. You got the quality of life improvement, like the freaking reinforcement pool. They're slowly working on sound. Like in New Chalet, the sound actually somewhat works pretty well. So I'm happy with that at least. And the next update, they're dropping a new defender operator, and she apparently has a bionic arm that can smash through barricades in one hit. So that's going to be really fucking interesting for run out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's going to
That's
be fucking awesome.
that's gonna
Sounds
be
like a secondary sledge.
Secondary sledge.
Pretty much. Oh, and don't forget our Lord and Savior Chonka. He's getting his rework soon.
I saw some images about that. I used to play Tachanka a lot when I played Siege back in the day. What's different about him?
So the mounted LMG he had, it is now his primary. His gadget is yeah, his gadget is a grenade launcher. Like think like a bouncing Betty. That's what it does. You shoot it, it bounces around, so that way you can't, sort of abuse it.
Okay.
And then on top of that, something I recently found out too, the ability that Sophia has when she gets down to withstand and get back up, Chonka's gonna have that.
Oh, shit. Okay. Huh.
So like something I've seen people doing in the test servers, take for example Maverick, super annoying fucking operator to deal with when you want to keep denial up. Something that you can do is before you reinforce, you bust out the floor beneath, at the bottom, reinforce it, and then when he starts making holes, you shoot that little bouncing Betty in between the walls, and it'll explode, and at a minimum keeps him from getting that wall, so he has to resume it. And anybody who plays Mav knows how annoying it is to resume a torch.
I stopped playing about when he came out because it was a fucking little thing that you could do where you could just poke a hole into a wall and just shoot your legs. You're like, oh, great. Can't fucking see you, but you're shooting me. That's cool.
Yeah,
This
people
is
still
happening.
people still do that too. It's very annoying.
That pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's what stopped me from playing, but it's good to hear that some operators I fucking hate with a burning passion are getting nerfed to hell, but that also is kind of fucking them, seems like. Is
I
there still like a meta system in Siege where you like if you don't play a certain set of operators you're just fucked, or
I mean, it just
go ahead.
depends on, it depends on the person who's playing.
okay.
There's definitely a meta to use, but I mean, everybody has their own play styles. And honestly, whatever works.
Like compared to like Apex Legends where like the champions in that game, if you didn't have like certain ones, you were literally dead in the water at that point. Is it better than that at least?
I've noticed some things. Like I was watching NA Pro League on this past Sunday, the 24th, and there is still a meta. You still got that 20-second meta. You still got ops that are preferred. Like for example, Jaeger has something like a 92% pick rate. But something I noticed with especially a lot of pro teams, and I assume I'm going to start seeing it in regular play too, is that people started doing a lot of off meta shit. Like instead of holding this angle or that angle, they'll go and do this. They'll go for a flank play. They'll open this up instead, shit like that. So it's I don't know if it's changing to a different meta or if people are just developing their own play style since balance is a little bit better, but it's moving at least.
It's moving forward in a good direction.
I think so, yeah.
All right, that's good. Do they stick with the roadmap? Like, do they have a roadmap at least, or
Yeah, they have a roadmap.
okay? Do they not? They actually stick to it on like some games that we fucking support here at Fear and Terror. Cough Squad, cough. Where's my insurgency update? Cough.
Well, they did say that the devs did say that pretty much they don't plan on making a new Rainbow Six game for a
Really?
while. So,
Huh?
yeah, Siege is just going to continue to get updated.
That's good.
Which is unfortunate because if the game could benefit from one thing, it's a new engine for sure.
Mhm.
What engine do they run on right now?
I'm not sure. I assume it's some sort of proprietary engine that they have.
Okay.
I don't want to speculate on what it is because I could be terribly wrong. But I remember the devs saying that because people do bullet peaks and they want to get rid of bullet peaks, but unless they rework the destruction, they can't really do anything about it.
Bullet peaks, as in like they shoot a hole in a wall and they look through it.
Yeah.
Ooh. So same shit that Maverick was doing, except everyone can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. If I see a bullet in the middle of a random wall, I get scared.
Tend to avoid it. Just never know
Yes.
if it's stray or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
The thing about Rainbow Six Siege, when I first got the game, I thought of it as like, a tactical, you break into fucking house kind of raid kind of scenario where you have to stack up and fucking try to take out the enemy. the gameplay is a lot different than what I thought it would be.
I think originally that's what they were going for, because like you
Mhm.
look at the E3 release video. I watched it not too long ago. Like they have, you can bust out the floor at any place, which of course can be massively strong for either side. So they got rid of that, and you see three guys breaching into a wall and entering at the same time. So it's changed more from like a tactical rush in with your team thing to a more or less tactical coordinate with your team, but its individual skill is still important as well.
You can't just go in and rely on your team. It's
Um,
5v5. It's very individualistic.
yeah, it's like individual skill is very important, but you also can't
Mhm.
do it all by yourself. Like someone needs to be pushing from the west while someone pushes from the east while someone drones for you. That sort of thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Drones. I always thought the drones were the funniest part of the game to me. Just seeing those little fucking things zoom around, and just everyone trying to shoot them. It's the funniest fucking thing to me.
Oh yeah, those things are like bags of gold, dude. And
God, I
Siege.
love them. I love it so much. It's just you try to get the other people to waste their ammo as fast as possible, and you're like, yeah, I know where the fuck you are, kind of thing. Are they still like? I never really thought of drones as like super important, except for finding an objective. Like, how important are they really?
It's the difference between winning or losing a match.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like if you ever watch Pro League, and you're watching, they'll be showing the defenders, reinforcing, and you'll notice that for the most part they don't see any drones because everybody usually sticks to a place where they go. Like first they go second floor, and then they go kitchen, then they go reading or some shit like that. Um, or take like a place like cafe. It's just smart to do a top down clear, so it doesn't even matter where they go because you want to keep those drones to
Hmm.
come up in flank positions to see if somebody's coming after you, or for to drone in a teammate, or for you're doing a late push, you want to have a drone to see where somebody's at. It's those things are gold. Probably one of the most important utility items in the game, honestly.
It's like having wall hacks.
Yeah, because a good team, someone will drone, and then another person will be right behind that drone.
Speaking of fucking wall hacks, that what was her name? Leona or some shit? She was part of the fucking containment update or some shit like that. Or she had a fucking drone in the sky, and every time she pressed a button, you couldn't fucking move for 5 fucking seconds.
Oh, Lion,
Unless you did.
yeah,
Yeah, that shit sucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't play during that time, but I heard if you move, like it showed your whole outline and all kinds of.
Oh yeah, it was some bullshit. You couldn't really fucking you couldn't even lean. That was the other thing for a while there.
I heard it was broken as shit. That it
Yeah,
was bad.
did they nerf her? Please.
Oh yeah, like
So yeah,
as long as you're not pressing WASD, anything else you're doing, you can go prone, you can lean, you can freaking get on your cam. It's fine, just as long as you don't WASD.
Okay, well that's good shit. But how long does it last? Is it the same time or
Second, 3 or 4
a
seconds.
second? Okay, that's reasonable, I guess. I don't really know like how much movement is influential in Siege. Like, can you move and shoot, or is that just a no-no?
Yeah,
I
Okay,
can move
so
and shoot.
yeah, you should be moving and shooting too, otherwise you're an easy
okay,
target.
okay,
Unless
okay. So
Yep.
it's not like CS:GO where if you move and shoot, you're just like missing all your shots.
no, if you hip fire,
Yep.
you're gonna miss a lot. But
Okay,
the smart thing to do is
Pre-fire.
pre-fire, ADS walk. There's all kinds of little tricks that you can do. Some people still drop shot.
drop shot. God,
No, it doesn't work as well, but it can be useful.
that sounds like such a fucking Call of Duty thing. Drop shot. Yeah, I drop shot him on fucking refinery.
Yeah, very much so. There's just so many little nuances in the game. Like I always say that it's an incredibly fun game when you have a team that understands the game and you're playing together, but it's got an enormous buy-in. I would say minimum of 100 hours just to begin understanding the game. And so unfortunately you got to
Mhm.
suffer through it.
I mean, most good games are like that. Like fucking Squad, I didn't really understand what the fuck the rifleman was supposed to do until 100 hours.
Yeah, squad, EFT is a big one.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
You
Oh,
gotta
definitely EFT.
you gotta suffer and take your licks, and then after you get your shit pushed in, then you realize, oh, I'm supposed to do this. Okay.
You start learning from your mistakes, kind of thing. I feel
Always
like
watch.
Fear Terror is just a masochist organization for gamers.
I mean, probably.
What the fuck, Jimmy? Oh, it's fucked up.
I mean, I'll be playing a match and like I'll be like, fuck this guy. No way he knew that, and we'll lose, and I'll be like, fuck. All right, let's do it again.
Take your beating and go again.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty.
Jesus.
It's like Tarkov, man.
Dude, fucking Tarkov. What got you guys into Fear and Terror, actually?
I was I had just gotten. Well, I'd had my laptop. I had my computer for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I want to get into some computer games. I know that like I think what kind of got me into it was I think my cousin or somebody had gifted me either Gary's Mod or Rust on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I was like, you know what? I'm going to find a community to be able to play with everybody on PC because, you know, I didn't really want to play alone. And I started looking through the different Discords and I ran across Fear and Terror, and Fear and Terror caught my eye because the logo was like moving. It was like a moving animation.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so, and I saw like it was like all legit and everything. Oh, you got to apply and do this and that. I was like, oh man, let's do it. And then I applied, and here we are.
You applied and didn't have any of our main games, or?
I think I had one. I had Morehouse.
Oh, Mordau, shit.
Yeah. That's what it was. I joined because I wanted to find people to play Morehouse with. So that's how so I was looking for uh, some gaming communities, and then I came across Fear and Terror. I
Okay.
was like, oh man.
I actually found Fear and Terror through Liquid Gaming's Discord.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and I applied for Fear and Terror and Liquid at the same time. I was just like, whoever responds first, that's the group I'm going to. And then
Nice.
Fear and
Good to know
Terror
we're faster than
respond.
Liquid.
I've yet to receive a response from Liquid. It's been like half a year. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah,
fucked
good
up.
choice. Good fucking choice, I guess.
Damn. What about you, Clackaboot?
So I play pretty much fucking everything, and I was I played Siege Year One on Xbox and took a break and decided to play it again almost exactly a year ago on computer because a couple of my buddies were like, hey, let's play Siege. I'm like, all right, and I realized that I like it, but they didn't want to play as much, so I started looking around for communities, and since I'm a vet, I looked for veteran communities first because they usually tend to go towards FPSs. And I joined one of them. I don't even remember the name now. I left it a long time ago, but somebody was in there, and he was a Fear and Terror recruiter, and they sent me a PM, pretty much just saying, "Hey, you know, if you're interested in community, join Fear and Terror," and gave me the link. And I joined it, and then I was on the fence for a little bit for some reason. I was like, "Do I want to join? Do I want to not want to join?" And after a week, I'm just like, "Fuck it," put in my app, got accepted, and then freaking just started playing Siege with everybody. So if any recruiters are listening, sending random PMs to people in other community servers does work. I'm an
Yeah.
example,
And now look at you. You're a fucking manager.
right?
I will say that whole process of applications and stuff like that, it's like a much more of a turn on when looking for a gaming
Yes.
community, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't really
definitely.
like communities that just say, "Hey, you want to join us?" and then you get the invite, and then that's it. You never hear from anybody else ever
Yeah.
again.
You're
So
just
it's like,
part of it.
fuck is this? Yeah, like what the fuck is this? Fear and Terror, we got the process to get in, introduce yourself, meet everybody, and they integrate you into the community. They just don't leave you high and dry. I really like that.
That's what I
Yeah.
liked about Fear and Terror too. It was just organized, It wasn't just like a fuster cluck of people.
It
Yeah.
it definitely appeals to people who like structured environments. So that's why I liked it.
All right, well, thank you guys for joining us, and also thank you for Kalakaboot for joining in. You know, a little over halfway there. I just want to say, proud of you guys for what you guys done with Rainbow Six. Really fucking cool that you guys like. Africa took the division after like what 2 directors handed it off and kept it going.
Mhm.
Usually that's like the warning sign, like it's gonna die, you know, as we've seen with other divisions. But you've just proved us all wrong. You've just been killing it.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Also
guys.
got a big thanks to Clackabit, everybody else. You know, I mean, Clackabit ran it while I was gone. He kept it alive until I came back. But I mean, it's a team effort, and we all did it, man. But you know, we still got a
Yeah,
long ways to go, and I'm excited.
the one thing African and I always talked about is we ain't gonna let this shit die. No way it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys have anything to say to the people, the viewers, before we go,
Play some Siege.
Play Siege.
Play Siege. Have fun.
Halloween
Still
events
Siege.
going on right now. Play Siege.
Shit, I might hop on that. All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good day.
You
Yeah,
too, my
you
love.
too.